Welcome back everyone to another episode of Shade TV. My name is Marissa Hill and today we're actually going to be going over some of my pickups from the most recent KITH Disney release. As you can see, I may have gone a little overboard, but maybe it was worth it. So if you're joining us for the first time, welcome in. Be sure to hit that subscribe right now if you're not already subscribed to the channel, and give this video a thumbs up if you enjoy all of my videos. Today, we are going to go through, I guess, each piece that I was able to get in the collection. I would love to hear if you're a Disney fan and if you also picked up some pieces from the KITH collab with Disney. Lots of different characters that I picked up and variations of hoodies and crew necks and t-shirts. So I'm going to kind of go through and talk about each of those pieces, how they're different, how they fit. Let's get started. So I'm going to actually start out with a piece that I picked up from the kids drop. So for those of you who are a little bit more on the petite side, I can still actually fit like a kid's 16, which is the largest size range. And this was probably my favorite out of the mini pieces to release. And of course, it's very luxurious because you can see there's chenille around the KITH embroidered white tone here. But of course, we've got this nice embroidered mini patch and she's super cute and shy looking. But for reference, this is the largest size in the little girls, and it definitely fits me a little bit more snug. This isn't a very oversized fit, but if you're somebody who's probably like myself going to wear this with skirts, I think that this is just a perfect piece because it's a bit more of a tighter fit and cropped fit. If you do have extremely long arms, I will say that this barely is the length of my arms, but it just makes the cut. Next piece that I picked up was one of the vintage tees. I'm really actually loving the vintage tees that Ronnie has been dropping recently. So the last vintage tee I actually picked up was from the X-Men drop. And I was really excited for that Storm piece. I probably worn that t-shirt almost every other week. It's probably one of my like go-to tees. It's just so comfortable. As far as the fit on this specific tee, which is the Just Us tee, I got this in a size medium for men's. And the only thing I would say I was a little disappointed in is I wish this was actually more embroidered like the Storm tee. This one is a little bit cheaper. So this is definitely a cozy tee that I'm definitely loving. And again, for size reference, this is a size medium. All right, so for one of the next pieces I picked up, this is one of the crew necks. Again, size reference is a size small. I will say that this release was definitely oversized. So definitely on the longer side of things. If you have longer limbs like me, then definitely this is something you'll be excited about just because of how oversized it is. But this is super cute. This is the one where Mickey is kind of just standing in between the KITH font here. And again, just really high quality patchwork here and some nice embroidery going on for the KITH logo in black. This time the chenille is in a beige tone. So just for reference again, this is a crew neck that I got, so you can kind of see the variation in size range from the kids and how it fits versus the adults. Now we can talk actually about the size small tee. So I also got the Just Us t-shirt, but this is in the white tone. So I'm not sure if you're more of like a vintage, darker shade person, or if you like just classic kind of white tees as the base, but wanted to just get two options just because I liked the whole crew being together in front of the KITH logo. maybe I'll just continue on with another tee. So the next tee I got, again, size reference, this is a size small, is the Just Us tee. But this one, actually, my favorite part of it's not the front. It is cute with Mickey on the front that says Just Us. This is also a rubber KITH piece here. I didn't know that until I actually had it in hand and touched it, but just a nice subtle detail. And then on the back, you do have this vintage portrait of the whole crew on the back. And again, you're getting that same rubber material for the KITH on the back as well as the front. So that, I believe, is it for the tees that I got. But just a nice variation of tees. Hopefully you were able to snag a t-shirt. There were a lot of different options. I was kind of having a hard time choosing which ones exactly I wanted to go with, but was able to kind of nail it down to the top 3. Okay, now let's see. Let's do the last crew neck and then we'll go into the hoodies. So the other crew neck I got was the Just Us, which is exactly the same print as both this vintage black tee is and the white tee, but in a crew neck variation, size small for your reference. And the key difference with the crew neck is instead of, you know, just this kind of placement of the logo and branding here, you're getting actual nice embroidered patches, and it's got the KITH also nicely embroidered. This one actually has no chenille on it, but the other ones I've shown so far have chenille. I would have liked, I feel like, a little bit of chenille print for the white around the KITH, but they decided to just go with a regular patch on this one. But again, has the entire crew on there. All right, so now we're gonna get into the hoodies. All 3 hoodies, size small. Again, these definitely run on the larger side of things. I also feel like Ronnie has kind of switched up the material he's been using on his hoodies for at least this release. I feel like it's more of a vintage, worn-in feel when you put on the hoodie and the texture inside. So first up is this really cute Mickey Mouse hoodie. It's a classic, so definitely had to go with the classic Minnie, but you've got the chenille pattern in red on this one, and KITH is embroidered in black, and of course you've got this really cute, just standard Mickey pose on the front. If you are a Donald Duck fan, then you probably had to snag a pair of this. This one is in a navy tone. Again, it's a hoodie, size small. This time we've got the chenille in that bright royal blue tone. And of course, he's super silly, so he's making a typical kind of duck pose that he does. And then last but not least, I think this may be my favorite out of the hoodies just because it does have the whole entire embroidered patchwork on the back. It's very simple on the front, so it just says KITH, but it is in that cool font. But on the back, it's the Just Us KITH. But look at how crazy this is. How insanely nice does that look? I've never seen this kind of knitted work for a patch, but it's got the whole crew and it just really pops so well and really just showcases all of the characters so nicely. And of course, we've got subtle KITH branding on the bottom and Just Us on the back as well. So definitely let me know if you were able to pick up any pieces from the KITH Disney release. I know a lot of my friends were so stoked and excited to actually grab something from that drop in that collection, but I definitely got a variety, and I really hope that the kind of sizing and look and feel of this helps guide you if you missed out on this drop. But shout out to all you Disney fans out there. All right, everyone, that is it for this episode of ShadeTV. My name is Marissa Hill. We'll catch you all on the next episode.